bro. Turned into brothers in like 30 days.
We met on the first day.
Not even 30 days.
So
like
check this out.
20.
First day
10.
of school.
Maybe 10.
No, school starts like on like a Monday, right? And they have us move into our dorms on like that Saturday before the Monday. And like we're just playing basketball. Like we have no idea there's a bunch of guys playing basketball. We're just
randoms.
And then it's getting late. We're playing basketball like till late as fuck, bro. And then we're like, all right, we're done. We're gonna go like to our rooms, like. And then at that time we were playing ball. We don't know anybody. We don't know where the fuck anybody lives. And then we're walking, and then like all of us from the courts are just walking to the same place. And I'm like, are we all like happen to like? There's a bunch of places you could be. Next thing you know, we walk in, go to the same hall, and then
you're like, oh, you're in.
And then literally, I lived in this hall, and then he was like across, like right across from me, dude. This shit was crazy.
I was like, damn. And Diego was like right there.
Diego. And Doc and Charles,
man. That shit was fire. That 1 year is fire.
Oh, Cooking? Are you good? You play?
Nah, bro.
We were literally just fucking around. We were all ass.
I think the only nigga that was good was Doc, bro.
No, Doc's like the best out of everybody. He should have actually been on the team.
So he was like stunning people, and then they still didn't let him play ball, bro. Like the coach was like, nah,
because he wasn't on scholarship, so he couldn't have like people. And they probably didn't want him to like walk on. I don't know.
So I don't want to be directing shit, but the camera's right there. Secure.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I didn't even realize I was
Wait, is this like live or something?
No, we're not live.
Okay, what's like out of the film? Like,
I don't know how this works. I've never been on one. What is it?
It's just a pod, like, since we don't have two mics,
Yeah,
it's like
just rotate.
Yeah, you just rotate, just like swing to your.
Okay, you're sure
Are
I'm
you
not
ready
in
to
it?
talk? No, you're good.
No, you should be fine. Is that the best thing?
How often do you guys do your podcast?
Weekly. Every single week.
Dang. Is this like on like anywhere like SoundCloud?
It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube.
Dead ass and like live.
Yeah.
It's gonna be posted.
Damn, we'll get in it. Sit down.
I'm chilling over here.
We'll literally ask questions.
So are you the guest or are you guys both the hosts?
You're the guest.
I'm the guest.
You're the guest on the 22 Thotz podcast.
How does it feel?
I'm honored.
I'm honored.
I'm honored. It's always good time. We have some of the best conversations.
Honestly,
bro.
that's what I told you.
Literally,
when it was like, I don't believe in coincidences, bruh. This man, oh my god,
I believe in.
This nigga just literally calls me like hella times and texted me yesterday, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why is he even calling me?
Yeah,
he only talks to me like when I'm like down there.
He's like, and he calls me. He's like, bro, I'm in Oakland. Like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm in Oakland. He's like, what?
I'm like, oh my god, bro. And he's like, want to come to the podcast? I was like, please come. Yeah. Main kid, I would get like, it was like us three, like you, me, and Steven, we would have like the little
Tripping conversations.
Oh god. I haven't seen that kid.
Yeah.
Remember we dropped a song. Mariela, we dropped a song.
We dropped a few songs. Okay.
What?
They're on SoundCloud.
I don't think they're still there.
Maybe I'll show her one day if
You saved them?
They're on SoundCloud. They don't
No,
delete.
they're not, bruh.
Bro.
I swear to God, because remember Kenny made that account, and then
You're telling me my shit is gone?
I swear to God, because I remember like a year
What if
ago.
I pull it up right now?
If you can pull it up, then you probably can. But like that shit was like, we fucking dissed the other north side.
Bro, I have it right here, bro.
You must have it saved. Yeah, you have it saved.
What
That's
do you
why.
mean?
You have it saved.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You already know how we do it. Let's get it.
Have you heard it?
I'm fucking
No.
dead.
You haven't heard her song?
I forgot about this.
Oh, I don't want to listen to it. So there was these halls, right? Mariela, there was these halls. There was south side and north side, right?
And you're north.
We were south side. And we heard that, like, we got word I heard somebody like in Northside's making like a song to like diss Southside.
Because
And then-
they didn't like us.
And we were just
niggas.
like, we were just chilling, and then I'm like, we should do something about this. Like Ash got beats, and then Kenny, who's a writer, he's got like, he could do some things, and then we went into the lab, and literally we busted out like 3 tracks within like, what, an hour?
This first one just straight flamed them.
Just an hour. We just went in the
Just
back,
freestyling?
came out with 3 songs, dissing like North.
They were just in case they retaliated.
And we had another one just in case they would come out with like a part 2.
That shit was hella funny. They got hella butthurt off that shit too.
Oh,
They tried to fight us, but they was bitch ass.
They
They
did?
didn't want to do it. They didn't want to pull up, bruh. They knew. They knew. They didn't want us.
You know what's so powerful? Like, no other hall or anybody traveled together. There would be like 2 of them. Dude, we would be
travel
like
like
10 of
7
us,
deep.
bro.
7, 8, 9 deep everywhere we go.
Literally, we call like the whole hall. All right, everybody, we're going out.
I miss that shit, bro. No cap. That first year was just like some
Some great times.
hell yeah. Hell yeah. Are we live?
It just froze.
Well, what the fuck?
Tweaking.
Your shit's tweaking. Shit, how is easier?
So how far do you live from here, Georgia?
Like 20 minutes.
20 minutes. What city?
San Angelo. 20 minutes of traffic.
It's a G R N.
And you're where?
I'm in Lathrop, like 40 minutes.
Like LAE.
No, LATHP. Yeah, Lathrop. It's like weird. Lathrop. If that's how you want to like really pronounce it. It's like hella close to Tracy. It's close to Stockton, if you know it.
Oh, I know Stockton.
Yeah, it's close. It's like
Is that by Tracy?
It's like 15, maybe 10 minutes from Stockton.
I didn't even realize that today was St. Patrick's Day.
Who cares?
Because when I know, right? When I was in the dispensary and like this guy goes, he's like, "Where's your green?" And I'm like, "What?"
Have we?
And I'm like,
That's the best.
"I'm getting some."
I got.
I was so confused.
And I got a spot when I'm taking you guys.
We picked up.
I'm taking the view, bro. I'm taking you guys to the view, bro. It's gonna be nice.
Hey, go pick that plug. We're gonna get some.
Hell yeah.
This happens a lot. This is a
No,
consistent thing.
just difficulties.
So are you trying to move down there too, or what?
Yeah, that's
That's
what
okay.
He would be moving with us, but he's going to New York
You're going to New York.
for a few months.
for like, for like 6 months.
And then when he comes back, that's when he's gonna move down.
Moved down.
I don't know if he can move it. I mean, he might if we have another like space,
Uh-huh.
but yeah,
That's cool.
I gotta ask Jonathan because I don't even know about that kid.
You ever talked to him a little bit?
Yeah.
So who's in? Like you, me?
and
Hello.
this kid, if he would like come with us.
This guy. So like after his little
Yeah,
hiatus in wherever.
you could literally give us, and then we'll like save
What-
the
what-
room.
When are you leaving to New
June.
York? June, and then you'll be back when what? December.
Wait, so you're missing the camping trip?
No, I can come back anytime. I'm gonna take a flight back out here to go to the.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
Yeah,
So you're coming back from New
That
York,
shit could be
like in
crazy.
what, like by 2022, beginning of 2022.
beginning of 2022. Yeah, something like that.
And then at the beginning of 2022, you're trying to move to SoCal,
Probably
or maybe mid 2022.
mid 22.
Mid
Yeah.
2022.
Yeah, like summer.
So he's probably like a year after our goal.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, dude, it's totally okay.
Yeah, it's
And it's like a year, so I
A
mean,
year?
like
This is
we
bad.
might not even stay at the place that we stay for like.
But we're always
For the
thinking
whole
of,
time.
we're gonna always be thinking of upgrading, bro.
for sure.
Like every minute
No,
in
sir.
our first place, we're gonna be like,
We can do that.
this is just like
We can do
round
that.
one, bro. Like
We can do it. I like that now.
money moves, bro. Money talks, money moves, bro.
Of course. Oh, is it recording? Okay. Yeah, I guess
I
we're
do that
good.
every time. Though.
You did it
I didn't even know. I didn't even know.
He never tells me, and then I just.
But that means it's organic.
It is.
Exactly.
It's always organic. I think that's why he does it. But still, you're a bitch.
Exactly.
You're a bitch. Jordan's a bitch.
Chill, this is live.
This is live. Welcome to the 22 Thotz podcast with your host,
With your host
G. Will.
and your boy E.T.
We
with
have-
our special guest,
Ethan.
other known as
E.
man. Love this kid right here to death.
That's my brother right here.
Always real.
Tell
Crazy how we met, but
Tell about it.
it's just it's deep. It's deep.
Tell about it. Even though we were just
Duh.
talking
Just
about
talking about it,
Tell-
but quick relapse. I met this kid in college when I was in SoCal, and literally out of like anybody I could have met at the college or during the time, just happened to meet this kid in the most, just like, I don't believe in coincidences at all. Let's just get that straight. I didn't meet this kid for not like for a reason, and I didn't meet him for not for a reason. Like, everything happens for a reason, and for surely these two right here, like, oh my god, meant to be my brothers, no cap, but like, I met this kid like just randomly playing basketball with him, like just and a few other people, and we just all happened to be in like the same hall, and just like hella close to each other too. So it was like, what the fuck, like that shit just happened like hella organically. Like, we didn't even like ask each other like where we were. We just all happened to be there, and that shit was like hella crazy. Hella.
That's what college is for. See, that's why I don't know why you hate on college all the time. Man.
I don't hate on
That
college.
shit- that
Why
shit-
are you trying to
that
say
shit
I hate
can
on
be-
college? I do not hate on college. I just say
I think he just hates on the education.
I hate the bullshit aspect of college, like, cause I see through that shit, and it's like,
Yeah, bro.
if you were really like trying to like help people, I feel like the shit would be kind of different. It would be like better, like they would do it better. Like, I feel like the way it is now is kind of more like a scam. Even though like it helps you, but like it's still like it's a scam.
I mean, everything is a hustle.
I mean, yeah, I get that, but like, I mean,
The government's gonna get their money.
they gonna get your money if you die or through taxes.
Do taxes, exactly. They're like, if we're gonna put you in a better situation through school, you're gonna pay for it. That's basically
You're gonna die.
for fucking arms and legs. Like, you're gonna, yeah. I mean, I guess, cause like,
Alright, check this out. I was reading this article the other day, and it was talking about how college students that live in the United States of America are the least qualified applicants for their future job endeavors.
because they are like,
Not ready.
like they're more obedient than like entrepreneur, and like that's not a word, and like, is entrepreneuring a word?
100%.
It has to be a word.
How is
Like,
it not a word now? In
I
2020?
totally cut you off.
2021. No.
It has
Like,
to.
how is it
It
not?
has to. I totally cut you off with no idea what the fuck I was gonna say, but continue.
Well, we in the United States are the least qualified applicants to most job positions, whether like job positions with, high skills expectations, whether that be like a very specific sort of welder or a very specific engineer or,
The shit that we
highly
need.
skilled surgeons and stuff like that. A citizen of the United States that studied in, United States, education is going to be less qualified than someone from, our European cohorts like Germany and like Italy and, Greece and stuff. They're producing some very, very intelligent people. Why? It's because they start implementing internships at ages like 13, 14 years old. So when you're 13 and 14
You already know.
in Germany, bro, and you want to be an engineer, some sort of, specific engineer, at 14, 15 years old, dude, you're getting your feet wet and you're getting deep involved in that, what you're going to do for the rest of your
For the
life.
rest of your life.
As
They
opposed
set
to,
you up
as
for
opposed to the
success.
same kid who wants to do that same thing. We're 18 years old, we're going to university here in the States, and what am I doing when I was 18, bro? Taking chemistry again, taking my GEs all over again, the
Exactly.
same shit I just did in high school.
Exactly.
And then after you take your GEs for 2 years, Then you barely at 20, 21, you're barely starting your masters and barely getting your feet wet at 20 when that same kid
Has
Has been beating you for like
has been
half a decade.
involved in that subject for half a fucking decade, man. How does that make you feel?
You've already lost. You already lost. You already have. He already has so much
Asian
knowledge.
kids are already working in the womb. So like,
I was speaking
we're
some real
fucked, you know?
shit. He was-
We're fucked. No, that was real shit. Though. That was real shit. Cause like,
They are smarter
Yeah,
than
they
us.
are- they
No
have a head
cap.
start.
I can't even like.
and Head Start matters.
They be like on some. I don't want to say. I don't feel like they're like hella smarter than us. I feel like they just like are like way more disciplined. I feel like they're just way more disciplined than us.
Well,
Or then I should say than most races. Like their discipline is just like unmatched.
they learn math differently than we do.
They do.
All right, check
That was
this out.
very
When
easy what I just did.
No, it's fine. It's
Listen,
fine.
all right, when I
You gotta
tell you
switch.
72 plus 38, quickly, how you gonna do that?
110.
All right, check this out, bro. You probably think of it, you add 7 and the 2, what do you add first? When I do 72 plus 28, what are you adding first?
The 2 and the 8.
It's 100, by the way. But,
Fuck.
all right, check this out. You're gonna, 72 plus 28, you're adding the 2 and the 8, right? Okay, but the way you learn, the way they don't
They
teach you
do
in the
it,
States
like, different.
is you have to add the first digit first.
No cap. This is on camera. The first time you said 72 and 38. The first
Oh,
time
I said
you did,
38?
you did.
Oh, and
I was
then it's
right.
110. Then it's 110. I don't know.
It's
All right,
on camera.
But check this out. All right, new numbers.
Dude,
All right, check it out. 27 plus 61. All right, but I'm gonna just, I'm trying to make a point here.
Yeah,
Don't think too hard about it. All right.
I'm joking.
What are my numbers? 60.
72, 61, or whatever. 22, 61. Just say that. 22, 61.
That's too easy. I need something a little bit harder.
That one is.
That
That one's like I couldn't even like.
22 is just
we got
Yeah,
paper.
that's
We
22,000.
got paper, so we can write it down.
But don't they like?
Watch, I want to explain
move
it to
like
you. It's very simple. If like
they do it like hella differently. Like I seen like how the like a school like I don't know if it was on Instagram or something, but like I seen like they kind of like
All
they
right.
multiply like differently.
two numbers that are like that would be hard to add in your head. That are 2 digits.
28 and 63.
28 and 63. All right. So if you got 28, the 2 and the 8, and 63. All right. How you do it is you add the 2 and the 6.
Yeah. So
Okay.
basically, just
So
you know,
like we
yeah.
think backwards. We're gonna add the second digit to that second digit, and then put a 1 and then drop it and shit like that. But it's very simple. So you just do 28. So 2 and the 6 is 8.
And then
So that and then the 2 and the 6 is 8. And then 28 plus 60,
3.
63, 8 plus 3 is
11.
11. So you just 91. Like they add it differently, bro. Like they be teaching us.
simple.
They,
It's simplified.
they be yeah.
Thank
Well,
you.
that's the thing about America. We do everything backwards.
We have
Literally everything.
Dude, the metric system is beautiful, bro. It's literally 0 to 100, and then if you want to know kilometers to meters, it's literally so easy. 1,000 meters, 1 kilometer. How many fucking feet in a mile, bro?
I don't even.
Exactly.
How
Exactly.
many feet are
I think 2,600. Fucking crazy, dude.
Damn.
One
So
thing
basically-
I don't know is backwards is like which one is correct. Like the car on the left side, the steering wheel, or the right side. That's what I've never like known what it's like.
If the Germans do it on the right,
The Germans do it on the right, so it's
it's
correct.
supposed to be on the right.
That's fine. That's fine.
If the greatest vehicle engineers possibly ever put that shit on the right, I think the true form
It's on the right
is
side.
on the right. But we gotta do everything different over here.
We have
So
to.
We do it on the left. But one thing that we cannot mistake is our influence. You know, as Americans, you know, LA culture, man. You go to, you know, Asia, LA culture is so big over there, dude. So big. Like lowriders in LA and SoCal.
In the Asian?
In Asia, bro, they do. So many Asians are into LA
Asians is like they're just into like
LA culture, bro.
cars. Yeah.
LA culture.
Pop culture.
Pop culture.
LA culture. Yeah, like
I wouldn't say pop culture. but-
LA, just LA. No, it's not. I don't know why I fucking said that. LA culture is a whole different thing. I can't imagine an Asian dude like low riding.
I
They
think
do it, bro. Have you never seen Asians that look like kind of Mexican? They try to look Mexican.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see it, bro. And I love Asians. I'm not talking nothing.
We know.
No
Disrespect.
Yeah.
I mean, Asians have been getting
Getting dogged.
dogged.
Getting dogged recently.
Yeah.
But
That's
yeah, in
just
history,
shady.
man, you look at Asian culture, like, check this out. The Mongolians, alright, there was this leader, Genghis Khan from Mongolia, right? Just a raw fucking leader. And
Raw. Fucker.
he
That's what he
revolutionized.
was.
You know Genghis Khan?
Yeah.
He revolutionized the way conquering was because if you're Julius Caesar and you know the Roman Empire was just taking over Europe, half of Asia,
Yes.
and check this out. If you're ruling the Roman Empire and you're gonna go conquer the neighboring fucking civilization, right? You're gonna go in there and kill every last person there. And maybe they're probably gonna go rape and pillage the women and do whatever to the children. But Genghis Khan was completely revolutionary in his ideology of conquering because this man, he didn't just go into civilizations and kill everybody.
He fucking repopulated.
But also, he not only did he repopulate, he went in and he saw that every civilization that he would go to was very skilled at something. So whether that may have been art or there was this one civilization he conquered, I forgot which one it was, but they were exceptional at horseback riding. And they were so good that they would shoot arrows off their horses. And as the horses were riding, they would shoot the arrow at the perfect point so that, you know how when a horse is running at like for a split second,
yeah.
all four of its feet are not touching the ground?
Yeah.
Have you seen a picture of like a horse run and all four of its feet are just off the ground?
Off the ground. I've never seen it, but they have to.
It's just like
Yeah, have you seen it? Have you seen that picture?
I used to ride horses.
Yeah, all four of their feet are off the ground, and at that split moment, these exceptional horse riders would release the arrow.
like in time it.
Like they would be riding the horse, holding the arrow, and they would release the arrow at that perfect moment when all four of the horse's feet were off the ground. And he saw all these civilizations that were really good at some things, and he wouldn't go in there and just demolish these civilizations. He would keep them and have them teach his army their ways of doing things. And he didn't believe in nepotism. Nepotism is when you allow family members to rule, and when you advance in society because your family is you know wealthy and well off, like your dad is you know somebody, and you're gonna be you know
somebody's
shoes.
Yeah.
He had so many kids, but he just because you were his kid, he didn't treat you. It wasn't like, all right, my firstborn son is gonna be the next leader of my empire.
Yeah.
He was merit based, all merit based.
You gotta prove it.
He didn't care if he went and conquered you and he liked you and you were a badass dude and you gave him loyalty and he believed in loyalty and honor, and then he was gonna delegate you.
Yeah, instead of just because of blood. Yeah.
And when he did that, that was unheard of. No other leader or civilization in that time would do anything like that. They would just go out and fucking kill everybody.
Different breed. He was just different breed.
Different breed, though. Different breed.
They would kill everybody. They would.
He kind of changed the whole Asian
Like 1 in 6 Asians
have kind of descended from
have
him.
his blood, bro. 1 in 6.
That's crazy.
You know how many people are in Asia, bro? How many people are in Asia? Billions. There's 340 million people in the United States of America. And there's 2 billion people in China alone, bro.
In China, there's 2 billion?
I thought there was 3.
3 billion.
I don't
know, 2 to 3 billion.
It's still a lot.
China
they have
alone.
the most in
yeah, they have the most in one country, and then I think it might be India or something.
India has a lot of people. Oh my god.
But imagine 1 out of 6 of every one of those people is fucking related to one man.
To one man. That's crazy.
He's a fucking goat. He's a goat.
He's literally the fucking goat. He's a fucking he's a goat at fucking this motherfucker populated. You know, it's fine. I understand.
I gotta look this up.
Look it up. It's just interesting how he decided to change the whole shit because they were appointing fucking 12-year-olds, 7-year-olds as leaders before, like in these monarchies and in these other different societies. And now this, he comes in and he's just like, no. If you're good at shit, you're here.
You're on the team. You're part. He's
exactly.
like. He's kind of like.
I think he almost had the idea of like, I'm gonna have so many kids to where it doesn't even fucking matter if you're my kid. Like it's just.
It kind of was.
Then everybody's my kid, and it's if you're good at shit, Like I respect that. Like, that's how shit should be. It should be merit based.
It honestly should. Everything should be pretty much almost merit based. Because I don't believe in like the ideology of people be like, oh, I can only fuck with like a certain race.
So this is what I found.
Race or whatever.
1 in every 200 men in the world is related to Genghis Khan.
1 in every 200 men.
That's like that's a big deal. It doesn't seem like it is, but that's
1 in every 200 men alive today is a relative of Genghis Khan. That's a lot.
No way. I don't know if I believe
one
that.
in.
All right, so that's how many people are in the world? 8 billion.
There's 8 billion now. We're gonna run out of space.
Jordan Peterson.
I already don't like it. Our people are like now.
Bill Gates wants us to fucking.
Just like what?
He wants us to get down to like 2.
Well, it's not happening.
So 8 billion.
Unless we colonize Mars. Or something.
8 billion divided by 200.
Elon.
Yes.
So that means 40 million people are relatives of
40 million people. Like all over 40 million men specifically.
40 million men in the world.
That's not even like the women. So
Yeah, that's not even
wow.
That's a lot, bro.
That's a lot.
Yeah, if I had descendants and like in 1,000 years, you could tell me that like 40 million of them
40 million
are your seed.
Are your seed?
Still
40 million
like, and that was like
now.
what like
That
like
means
1,000 years ago.
And I would be thinking that means 1 out of the 40 million is maybe like me.
I can't stand him, but
If just one of them is like me, he'll be alright.
What if they're all just like you know how like in Family Guy Quagmire has a bunch of kids and they're all
Oh, he's like, oh
god! They're all just like
What have unprotected sex?
Quagmire, man.
Bruh. He's the goat.
Genghis is the goat. What else has been going on?
I need my money.
I need my fucking money, bro.
I got it today.
You got it?
Ah!
Yeah, I got
You
the
got it
same
today?
today, the 1,400. You guys get direct deposit?
I didn't get that shit.
I didn't.
Oh, you don't get direct deposit. You get a check.
I maybe. I don't know.
Did you get the other 2?
No.
You didn't get the other 2? Did you get the other 2? Oh, you didn't.
You got the other two?
Yeah. The first one was 1,200 and then
yeah.
600. Well, it's supposed to be 2,000, but that's why they gave you 600 now, 600 then, and then the 1,400 now. So that's the 2 Gs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you didn't get the first one, then you might just get $2,000 this time, because it's supposed to be $2 grand. Yeah, this is just like that second part. Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Well, it's because like, did you do your
now-
taxes? Did you do taxes last year? Your W-2s?
I think I did, but then I think because I was with like my grandmother at the time, maybe my dad.
Well, I know
just
that's
took
why I got
my
it.
zip and did at that time. So I think that's what he did. So he might be getting that shit. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's true.
Who knows?
That's true. Because if he's claiming you as a dependent, then he gets like I think $800 for you or something like that.
That's nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay.
Or yeah. But that just makes me think, dude. When I think about that, they're literally making money appear out of thin air, dude.
They are, bruh.
If all these people, millions and millions of people, just wake up and then out of thin air, I have money that I could turn into cash.
The cash, yeah.
I didn't have $1,400 yesterday, and then I wake up with $1,400. I can go to the bank and just have $1,400.
When that EDD was like hidden, man.
That's unreal.
That shit felt
But isn't all money like that?
kinda.
Pretty
You
much
get
that's how all
paid.
currency is, right?
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
It's just based on the value of basically that's what causes inflation, right? Like the fact that they're printing so much
That we don't
new
have.
money that we don't have any I don't know how this shit works. I'm not the most intelligent person. But yeah, I think that's how.
Don't discredit yourself.
Yeah,
He's
I'm just
smart
trying
as fuck.
I'm not.
Don't let him discredit himself.
I feel like
The way I think about money, man, it's crazy. I think money is it's like kind of like energy, kind of like fuel. Like, you know, if you just woke up tomorrow with like, you know, 5K just out of nowhere.
I don't know.
It's like energy. You feel like you have confidence, like this like confidence that just came out of nowhere. Like you got
you're like it's like more of like a state of like ability.
And then you just keep stacking it, and then energy, and then just kind of like this confidence. And when you have nothing, we've all been there.
Yeah.
Do you have a lot of confidence, a lot of reassurance in yourself? It's amazing what money can make you do these days. And it just makes me think, like, you know, what money being that influential in our lives is very new to the human mind, because in the past it was you had your farm, you didn't need money.
You just had your little acres.
If you wanted to eat, you didn't need money. You had your food. You grew your food, and that wasn't a part of the human psyche. But now it's like
it wasn't that serious.
It wasn't that serious. We're being born into this civilization that in the back of all our heads, in order for you to be successful and in order for you to reach where your goals, where you want to reach, you have to have that energy and that fuel.
Yeah. It makes a lot of sense.
It's crazy.
And now Bitcoin is fucking.
Oh, Bitcoin's not real.
That's just
it
gonna
was like $40,000 like
a
month ago.
Yeah, and now it's 60.
It's $60,000.
Yeah, or it's like 57.
Should have bought one.
If you bought Bitcoin in like 2011, dude, I think it was. I don't know, dude. It was.
It's probably like
$1,500. It was $1,500. Alex Jones was just talking about it, bro. It was $1,500 in 2010.
That's insane. Is Alex Jones back in the air, dude? Because I know they kicked that guy off.
He doesn't. I don't think he has a show, but he like goes on other people's shows.
Alex Jones, dude.
That's wild.
Wild. That's with you.
That's just wild.
Wild.
But I heard there's this beautiful quote, man. I'm gonna look it up because it's so beautiful. I don't want to misword one thing on this quote. But when I read it to you, it's gonna hit you deep right now.
What was it?
What does it relate to?
Yeah.
Alex Jones.
Oh, okay. It's from Alex Jones.
It's not from him, but when I say it, you're gonna think this is fucking crazy.
Okay. I'm already like scared.
Yeah, like what?
This nigga gonna say some crazy shit.
Crazy shit. Fucking frogs are gay.
All right.
Freaking frogs
Check
gay.
it out. This quote was by George R.R. Martin, who is actually the author of Game of Thrones. All right, so here's the quote. When you tear out a man's tongue, you are not proving him a liar. You're only telling the world that you fear what he might say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just think about that. Let that sink in.
Especially if that man who's getting his tongue chopped off has.
In one day, this Alex Jones Infowars, his channel.
He was actually really right about
on
a lot of
YouTube.
things.
Yeah.
He had
most things.
some of the most viewed videos and one of the most popular YouTube channels in the world.
Yeah.
And he had Facebook, Instagram. He had every social media platform. And in one night,
They just said,
they cut everything.
Man.
They cut him off.
Circumcised.
Check this out. When you tear out his tongue, you are not proving him a liar. You're only telling the world that you fear
what he has to say.
What he's gonna say.
And
Is there
he
some
was
truth
actually
to
on
that?
point, like for real though, about like a lot of like some. Yeah, of course some of it was bullshit, but like
the Sandy Hook shit was like.
Yeah, that was kind of
wild.
Oh, that Sandy Hook was awesome.
Yeah, but he has to like say some crazy shit.
No, but he doesn't also have to say that.
He doesn't.
He does also have to say that.
He doesn't, but you already know he's gonna.
Gotta say some crazy shit
something.
because that's his thing.
Yeah.
It's like, that's how he has.
That's his persona.
Yeah, it's his persona.
But yeah.
But there's some truth to that statement, man.
It is.
Like,
no,
the
there's a lot of truth to that
So
statement.
much truth to that.
The fact that they just like cut him off.
They do that to a lot of people.
And it's because that just goes to show you who's really in control, man. You think that
You have no
if you're
control
famous,
over
bro,
nothing,
if you're
bro.
famous And
You can lose it all.
And not only that, once you reach a certain level, I believe that, you know, these, I don't know, like, you know, I don't want to say anything, but like, I feel like once you reach a certain level of fame, certain organizations are going to contact you and they're going to, you know, control you.
Wait, bro, chill. We're trying to reach a certain place in this podcast, bro. Chill.
We're trying to get hyped up.
We're trying to get to a place to where that doesn't happen, you know, to where we don't gotta worry about like, you know, big entities tearing us down.
We just want to get that to that point, and then get banned.
And get to, and then get banned. And then have our own shit, you know.
I respect that.
Like Alex Jones,
man.
Yeah, on some real shit.
because he has his own shit. He has his own platform now. Like, doesn't he have like a website or something? I assume he can't just like not do anything.
I'm sure he does something, and he probably goes to places and like you said, like he goes to.
I know it's called Infowars, but I don't know if it's
Yeah,
back
that was
on.
his channel, but he can't. He's banned from YouTube, or he's banned from creating on YouTube. Yeah, for a reason.
If he wasn't as crazy, do you think like he would not be banned?
No, I think he just says too much.
Or it was just
correct, like he says, yeah, he's too much of a threat. Not to be on his tip or anything. Like, he's too much of a threat to these like higher powers. Cause like he knew about the whole fucking Epstein shit. He knew about like shit from like 10 years ago. Like there's like a bunch of conspiracies with like presidents that have, you know, done. He talks about killing kids a lot. Like Alex Jones, like I was just watching a podcast.
Well, I mean, I believe it.
Bro, he was like, oh, these higher powers like will tell these celebrities and shit, these famous people to kill kids to have you know, blackmail over them and everything. And not just that, it'll like basically if you kill a child, then you'll do anything. And I guess that was his point, like, they'll get these people to, like, do anything. And at that point, you know, what do you expect? Like, they're just going to tear everybody down in front of them. I don't know how we got into Alex Jones and how he fucking, you know, talks about killing kids. This is the 22 Thotz podcast. We're having a great time.
But I mean, no, bro, like, that shit do be happening, bro.
It be happening,
like,
bro.
kids be going like missing and like you don't know why, bro. Like they don't just be running away. I mean, some of them do like that, yeah. But like
No.
some of them just be like
It's a
it'd be crazy. You would never like suspect half the people that be like really be on that shit. Like they don't even look like they would do that.
Fucking Drake.
What?
How the fuck do you get that famous?
You think Drake is part of that shit?
You know? I mean,
Man.
I was watching this video, and I don't even know how I stumbled upon it, but there's a video on YouTube, and it talks about, like, you know, I think Bob Dylan, like Katy Perry, and like a bunch of like really famous people. Like if I watch the video again, like just a bunch of really famous people, they talk about like how they got famous, and they talk about like, you know, like they gotta make a deal with, you know,
with higher.
They gotta make.
They gotta kill a kid, pretty much. Like, nah, they don't.
They
gotta
gotta
kill a kid,
sacrifice
but like they gotta
something.
sacrifice something,
You gotta make a deal,
and
and then you could have your full platform.
that's what they talk about all the time. And I feel like the rappers that die,
Are the ones
Other
that
ones who didn't.
don't wanna
that don't
submit.
want submit to it, yeah, like they're like, or that have already submitted and regret it. I think maybe. I think that haven't, like maybe Jews. I think about that a lot, bro, because he talked about that.
I
shit.
was just literally just talking about that today.
Bro,
With my coworker.
He talked about fucking satanic and.
I don't even want to get
a lot.
too into it on air, cause it's.
Hey, we are
deep.
on air, huh? Like we probably shouldn't.
Like I don't.
What
even,
about Jews?
No.
Like,
Let's just not talk about. Let's just move on. So
No.
Stephen Curry, so fucking.
Stephen
MVP.
Curry's he's a great golfer.
He's a
Man.
great
Now that I'm
golfer.
up in the Bay, I'm gonna talk about. I guess I could talk about Golden State because
Yeah.
I am in the Bay, and he's a great golfer.
You golf?
Yeah, I golf.
When did you pick that up? Have you always been? I mean, I've seen you been posting it like the last few years.
I started golfing probably when I was like around 9, 10.
Okay.
And then just on like, when I was 19, I didn't have like a full set of irons or nothing. But then when I was like 14, I got my complete set, and then been golfing since. Not as much as I would like, man, because golf is just it's a beautiful sport. And not only that, I think it's hard. It truly is a place where I think not only can you find yourself and how you want with nature, but you gotta look at it like it's one of those sports that it's become a lot of business is conducted on the golf course. Like
of higher.
Oh yeah.
Businesses like before like two businesses merger, that and their owners will be like, we're gonna go play around the golf at Pebble Beach or something like that.
And discuss it.
And if you're in that business and and you're a really good golfer, then they're gonna want you on the course playing with them.
Yeah. Even if you're not rich.
And you're really
It
good, they
helps.
know, hey, he's a fucking 2 handicap right there. They're gonna put you on the field with them.
Damn it! I wish I knew golf terms.
Damn
I wish.
I feel so uneducated.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck.
What's your best game?
My best game is probably like in 9 holes. So the goal is to shoot par, which would be 36. And in 9, I've shot like 34, 35, like 2. I've shot 2 under once on 9, but in 18, on the back 9, I shot 2 over. So I just balanced out. My best game is like par, and for me that's decent. This is the course I play on. I play at it's called Red Hill, and I shot par there. It's in Rancho Cucamonga down in the Inland Empire in Southern California, and that's an extremely difficult course. But I played at like if you go to there's courses like Marshall Canyon. It's in San Dimas.
What's that?
And it's in the Inland Empire as well. And there I've shot tore that course up. I've shot like 33 on the front, and then 18 there I think I shot 70 once. But
What does that mean? Exactly.
72 is so like, all right. So like pros. This is how tournament works. So a major golf tournament is always 4 days, and it starts on Thursday, and it ends on Sunday, right? And in golf, the lowest score wins. So they add up all the scores for all 4 days, and the guy with the lowest cumulative score after 4 days is the winner. So Tiger was 20 years ago, dude. Here's why I believe it. Let's talk about Tiger Woods. Dude. This man is the great. He just broke both of his legs in that car accident, man.
He's gonna come back.
It's brutal.
He's gonna come back.
And so many people for 10 years didn't believe in this guy, and they said he was never gonna win another major, dude. But what did he do?
He won
another one, dude. He won another one.
He bounced back.
But let's talk about Tiger Woods. I think that man is. I'm gonna say this, and I can say this with a clear conscience. He is the most influential athlete for one sport ever. Here's why I believe this, and I don't know what you guys believe. Maybe you think it's somebody else, but that's probably the next contender. I'm gonna tell you my reasons why I think Tiger Woods is just most influential in one sport. Because when he played the game, it was a white man's sport.
Yeah.
Okay. And
and
not only that, it was an older man sport, white man sport, and kind of like really upper echelon sport. Okay, and his first couple years playing at Augusta National in Georgia, it's one of the most prestigious country clubs ever. His first couple years playing, dude, they would like give him racial slurs, and he just wasn't welcome at all.
Especially in Georgia.
He wasn't welcomed at all in these golf courses. But he just revolutionized the game because he made so many young people want to play it, dude. It just all of a sudden became this young person's game. So many people from all different cultures started to just pick up the clubs. They saw this young man, he was doing so successful, he was doing so good. And right now, all the greatest golfers in the game right now, like Justin Thomas, Brooks Koepka, all the greatest in the game, Ricky Fowler, you ask any of these young guys who are making millions of dollars, bro, who their biggest inspiration is.
It's going to be Tiger.
it's Tiger Woods.
I think that rivals like
Michael Jordan.
like him and Michael are like maybe I would say Babe Ruth for baseball, and then
Yeah, bro. These
just,
guys
I can't really name them.
revolutionized the game, dude.
Maybe Tom Brady.
I mean, honestly,
And
Stephen Curry.
Yeah, Stephen Curry too.
Changed the game.
I can't sleep on
So
Steph.
like, but I mean, he's up there.
He changed. He didn't have the impact as Michael, but he changed the game. So I see why
but
you say that.
Tiger Woods was playing with these guys, and now you don't see it as often. So like, his score at the end of 4 days would be like 12 under, okay, and the next guy in second place would be even, so which would be 0. All right, so he's 12 strokes ahead of the next guy. That's literally like unheard of. Nowadays, you look at the top scorers, the guy would be like 10 under, the next guy like 9, 8, 7. He would be like 12 strokes ahead of anybody, and at the time that had never been conceived of. And
He was just
just insane, dude. Insane, man.
And that's the thing about golf. Like, it's not one of those sports that you need
He's hella athletic.
athleticism. So like, when you see somebody like that excelling, you're like, oh yeah, I can do that shit. So that's why he probably has so many people.
So that's why I agree with you on that. Like him and Michael, because in Michael's case, not everybody can jump.
fucking jump.
You can put on all
Yeah,
the
but you
J's
can-
you want.
you can-
He wasn't.
work every
I don't
day.
think he was the first one to do it though, was he? To jump from the free throw line.
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't.
It was Julius. I think
Dr.
it was
J.
Julius, yeah.
Dr. J was doing that like early, yeah.
But Michael, everybody wants to be like Michael.
Like Michael Jackson didn't invent the moonwalk, but
He did.
He just
but
made it,
he made
yes.
popular.
when you think of the moonwalk,
You think of Michael. That's
exactly.
Wait, who did? Hold on.
Who did come?
Who
up
invented the
with
moonwalk?
Jeffrey
You know.
Daniels.
What was he? A performer?
Why do you just
Like, how do
randomly
you
know
even
that?
Know that.
Jeff, and if you watch Jeffrey Daniels,
I don't know why I even asked that. This kid listens to nothing but like shit from like the 60s,
Really?
50s up until like the 90s. He doesn't listen to
it
no
wasn't,
new
and it
shit,
wasn't
bro.
called the moonwalk. He called it the backslide.
The backslide. Yeah.
And he's the one who
Backslide.
taught Michael Jackson how to do the moonwalk. Michael Jackson saw him do it in 1982 when it was first
He was like,
done.
"Oh, I'm taking this."
I don't know why I know the year, but it was first done in 1982, and then he saw him, and then Michael Jackson was like, "I need to learn how to do that." And if you watch his moonwalk,
Is
bro,
it better?
low
Is it better?
key, low key.
I mean, he invented it. It
Low
should
key,
be better.
It should be, but yeah.
Maybe
How can
Michael
you-
Jackson perfected
perfected
it,
it?
but when you watch the OG do his craft, there's a certain respect you gotta give for watching that.
The original.
Exactly.
See this.
Damn. 1982. There it is.
I'm gonna put it up if it even fucking loads.
You watch him do it, it's pretty dope.
It's probably not gonna load. It's not.
But
But yeah,
I believe it.
no, yeah, he definitely did. Like but that happens with most things. Like the great shit.
Most things are stolen.
are stolen. Are fucking taken.
And stolen because
The best art comes from like kind of
it's
like
copycat.
copycat.
Elvis, everybody.
Elvis's first album, it was just called Elvis. And I think it came out in 1954 or 1956, one of the 2 years. And his first, probably half of the songs on the whole album were just cover songs from, black artists like Little Richard,
Yes.
and just really groovy songs. And he was so successful because, in that time, a black artist couldn't be that successful. And he was, a
The
white
face
male,
Of a white male being the face of
black culture.
Yep. Yeah. Which is honestly.
And he came around at the perfect time. He had the moves,
He had the
looks.
face.
Cause,
Yeah.
dude, tell me Elvis is not one of the coolest
He's the
motherfuckers
guy-
out there, dude. Like
Yeah,
Elvis
like the
in
fucking chin bone.
Elvis
bro.
in
bro.
1960, dude.
Probably with like
This man was
who's in
24 years old, stationed in Europe because he did his time. Back then,
Yeah.
a lot of really celebrities and famous people went to war, and they did. Or I don't know if he went to war, but he did his time in the service.
Yeah.
And the guy, his CEO had like some sort of gathering, and the CEO's daughter was this girl named Priscilla, and she was 14, and this man was 24. And you know what he said? He said, "I want you." And yeah, they got married. They didn't get married then. Like I don't think she was like 14, he was 24, but they got together, and he was with her. Yeah, that's Elvis Presley.
Bro, I mean,
imagine that, bro. Like that's
just
some big
imagine
balls.
what else he did.
Like imagine you're 24 and you go see a little 14-year-old and you're like, hey,
14, a freshman in high school, and you're just like,
I want you.
You.
That's
You'd
crazy.
be surprised.
yeah.
That's
You'd be
crazy.
surprised.
Exactly.
It's kind of.
But Elvis was smooth, man. That guy was smooth.
Bro, she 14.
Not
to be
7.
like she.
Oh no, I'm not talking about that. I just mean like
Just in
no,
general.
yeah,
like,
he's smooth, yeah.
Elvis
He's
is
that,
like
he's that guy.
is that guy.
I mean,
He made cool like
yeah.
When you have that charisma and you kind of just have that like,
you know
kind of just like that aura, it rubs off and like
Yeah.
people just like gravitate to that.
yeah.
That shit like changes how people see you.
How the fuck do you get like that?
You just gotta be a dog.
Dude, like, where do you get that?
Like there are very few people I think that have been that famous ever. You know, like
Him,
Michael
Beatles.
Jackson, like these guys, like Michael Jordan, you know, Kobe Bryant, these guys, they can go to Disneyland. Right?
Yeah.
I've seen pictures of them at Disneyland,
At Disneyland.
with their families, and like they kind of just whatever.
Chilling.
Michael Jackson and Elvis Presley,
Cannot go anywhere.
they had to buy out the mall. If they wanted to go to the mall, the mall would close down after hours, and they would go by themselves.
In shop.
There's just too many fans.
I don't think there will ever be another celebrity like that. Cause that time,
I don't believe that.
dude, you think about like I think what's his name? Cristiano Ronaldo has the most
Instagram
followers
followers.
on social media right now.
Mhm.
Okay. If he were to come to the States, there's a lot of people, you know, but that motherfucker can go to the mall, dude. Yeah, that dude looks Latino. He put a fucking hat on, dude. I'll
You
be
can
like,
see Michael
I'll be
Jackson's
like,
little ass,
I'll be
but-
like, I don't know who the fuck that is. That's fucking whatever. This Chris over there, all right.
Yeah.
But Elvis Presley, Michael Jackson, dude, you could spot those people from like. Is that Elvis Presley over there? Yeah, dude. I don't know. That level of fame.
It's different. I see what you're saying, but I feel like there would definitely be like another person to rival like
That level of
that
fame.
level. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, there probably will be one day.
Like
I would
Drake,
not wanna-
Drake is one
Drake
of
is
those
on
people.
that-
He's on that level.
He's up there.
He's up there. He's getting there.
He can't just go to.
I would
like,
not
a
want
mall.
to ascend to that level, bro.
That's
Why?
scary, dude.
I mean, it's scary,
Dude, you can't enjoy life with
Life
your
is
family,
important.
dude. Like, what if
and
you
I
have
feel
a
like
wife
life
and
is so
two
much.
kids?
That's
TikTokers complain about that shit.
What if you have a
okay.
wife and 2 kids and you want to go you just want to go get yogurt, bro?
Yeah.
I feel that.
This
But
guy
like,
wants
okay,
it. He
no,
wants
no,
the
no,
fame.
no, no,
He's
no.
like, I want to shut
No.
the motherfucker down.
Wait, hear me out. Like that, of course, clearing out a fucking mall for myself and my family. Who wouldn't want that, nigga? And I just been hella bands on my
You can
mama.
do that.
Like, what? Who wouldn't want that,
You can do
bruh?
that if you're rich.
I know, but this is what I'm saying. Like Drake, just like as an example, like, bro, he's just he has that level of fame, but it's like we say we don't really want that now because we don't know what it's like.
And
I feel
he doesn't
wait,
want it.
wait.
And I don't think
You don't think Drake wants the?
I don't
fucking
Fuck
cap.
no, Drake doesn't want that
I
shit.
don't
He
think-
talks about it, bro?
He probably he'd rather have money over fame. Anybody would, but shit, he
But-
likes the attention.
I don't think you ever.
And once you have that shit, that's almost like a drug.
Yeah.
Even if you're like, oh, I don't want people to. Yes, you do. Yeah,
No,
you do.
no, I do.
People are fiends for fucking attention.
for attention,
bro. Yeah.
and so am I. But I'm not gonna act like I want everybody.
No,
all the time to give a fuck
I'm
what
getting
doing.
that.
But I
get
think that you can never fully get used to that fact. Like
you can.
You can't ever fully wake up in the morning and get used to the fact that you can't go to Magic Mountain.
Yeah.
But the thing is, yeah, you can't do those normal things, but you can do a lot of other things that normal people can't do. So it's like. It's like do you want to be a normal nigga who does everything?
Yeah.
Like, well, I'd rather be like a boss nigga and be like, hey, send a nigga to go get my yogurt.
But
I mean, yeah, I get that you
what
want to
do you
do the simple
yeah.
things and be like, I just want to go to the store or to the mall and buy my daughter a gift. But but at the same time, it's like there's other shit you can do.
If you had if the fame was a precursor to having the money, then yeah, I would be fine with it. But if I could just have the money,
I'll take
trace
that
amount of money.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, like, I think a lot
think
of
anybody
celebrities, you know, maybe in their heyday, when in their 20s and 30s, they want all that fame. But I think in retrospect, if you ask them at an older age, if they would sacrifice that for just a calmer life, I think most of them would at an older age, you know. But we just speaking with so much testosterone pumping through our blood, and we're just, you know.
No, I have low T. I went to the fucking. I got low T.
I was just making like a point. This guy wants to get real. All right, low T over there.
You're right. Like,
but yeah, dude.
You're right.
I think your goals change as you age, man. You know, as of right now,
because your mindset changes.
Your mind changes.
It doesn't stay the
right
same.
now, you're thinking about green. You're thinking about getting money.
You have to, kind of.
You're thinking about getting money, getting paid, living large.
I would like the fame though. I'm lying about if I.
That's what I'm saying, like, bro, like,
Everybody
everybody you ask would pick having the money without the fame. Anybody would pick that. But
You
like,
think-
people like attention.
What
I
do
mean,
you-
not everybody loves like attention like that. Yeah, because you can't do nothing. But still, like, attention is, like I said, it's almost like addicting. It's like anything else.
What do you think would hurt you more, man? If someone gave you $1 million or $1 billion?
That's,
What would hurt me?
Like, do you think?
Probably $1 billion.
Do you think? Thank you. Okay, like I know, you know, if you're a sane person, you would take $1 billion over $1 million. But I think
it, but it would hurt.
But I think I just cause I'm not a fucking dumbass, I would take the $1 billion.
Yeah, I would.
But I think it would destroy a part of me. Like if I woke up with like $1 billion, that could destroy you, dude. And then $1 million, if you wake up, if I would have $1 million, then like that could literally, if I think about it, it could put me on my feet. It could like make me $1 million, and then you invest, and then you start making good moves, and then you can make more and more and more. But $1 billion, then I don't even think. I don't
have to think
about making money moves. It's just
can
like I could just lay on that couch
and just.
I don't need to do nothing ever
Live my
again.
I see that why that would break you, but at the same time, it's like
You don't need to do
anything.
I mean, dude, you could live your life 1,000 times and do anything you want 1,000 different times,
and you'll still have
millions
and billions and billions of dollars, bro.
You can go get any car you want, dude.
Anytime, any
car,
more than any car you want.
Coming in with like a fucking hella stain on your shirt, some fucking Crocs,
bro.
dropping like 60,000,
60,000,
and you'll still have money left over, bro.
A lot of money.
not even like a dent.
But if you get $1 million, you're gonna be thinking about how
you next.
I can.
You're gonna be reading. You're gonna be making like these moves, and you're gonna be wanting to climb the ladder, go boom, boom, boom. Don't you think? You know, obviously, you know, I don't know anybody who would just take $1 million instead of $1 billion, but
No, I would take this.
oh yeah, you have to take $1 billion. You have to. Fuck
You
it.
just have to.
Fuck
You
it.
just have to. I don't care if it'll destroy.
I don't care. I don't care if you fucking destroy me.
You know, I'm trying to live my life.
I don't care if it's the end of me. I'm taking that
I'm
shit.
taking that shit. Fuck all this living and trying to pursue shit. Fuck that.
But that's
Sit on my
healthier.
ass.
But that's healthier.
It's healthier.
It is.
It's healthier.
But fuck that. I'm gonna do nothing.
Bro.
The easier way out always is.
Yeah,
a million seconds is 12 days. 1 billion seconds is 31 years.
Think about that. Think about that, bro.
Just that right there just shows you like how big.
12 days versus 31 years, bro. Imagine 12 days in jail versus 31 years in jail.
That's just, you know, you gotta think about how small our minds are, dude. That's just, you can't even.
I can't even perceive that amount of money. That
number.
many dollars?
That many zeros.
31 years of like, basically, how many seconds is that? 31,000 or a trillion? A trillion would be 31,000 years. What the fuck? Who has $1 trillion?
I don't think anybody.
Apple has
They have, yeah.
Check this out. So, Jeff Bezos, founder of Amazon, who he was worth like 150 billion. Okay, he got divorced with his wife. I think her name is Mackenzie Scott. And about a week ago, she got remarried.
She did. She got remarried. But she's the richest woman in the world.
Check this out. She got remarried to like either I think a high school teacher or like a
He got a bag, nigga.
Or check this out. Yeah. Or some like a high school teacher or like a college professor, but he's in Seattle and they bought a little home in Seattle. And she's worth right now because of the divorce and stuff. She got
$50 billion.
She's worth 58.7 billion. And guess what? She got married to a guy in Seattle, little house, just them two, and then she's giving all her money away. And she's probably gonna keep just
That's crazy.
a little bit. But that just makes me think like
She's keeping like at least
She's-
millions.
no,
at least millions, but
Yeah.
she's getting rid of probably billions
Bro.
and billions because
I would do that.
because
I would do that.
what the fuck do you what
Need
the
all that
fuck do you
fucking
need
money.
$50 billion for?
What do you
Yeah.
need 150
But it is
million billion dollars for? Like
Yeah.
that's like money that's not going to be touched for like generations. Like your kids, or maybe
And it's
fucking
crazy
kids.
what money does to you, man. Like I don't even mean like in the bad way, but I mean like you look at pictures of like Jeff Bezos like in 1999, and same with Elon Musk, like the Tesla, Tesla, Elon
Yeah,
Musk,
yeah.
right?
My boss.
Like,
Oh,
like if you look at pictures of them 20 years ago, bro, they look older than they do now. They look like they look young and like just
Bro.
ready to go out because that's called TRT, bro.
TRT,
Stem
testosterone
cells.
replacement, HRT. I know
Stem
all about
cells,
it.
stem cells.
He was just talking about it.
They're on different things, bro. TRT.
You're on gear, James. You're not natural. I'm saying it right now. Anyway,
James as in
Yeah.
that James?
Yeah.
you're on gear. Anyway, yeah, TRT like they got all their hair back and everything.
Yeah, dude. It's
They got,
crazy, man.
yeah,
They
they're
look
bald
old.
and shit.
Like if you show a picture of them 20 years ago, I'm like, and they're like 30 years old.
30 years old.
They
looking
look way.
shit, looking
And then you look at them at a picture like 55
They're like-
years old, they look just
good.
like.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know who else is on TRT? Dan
Joe
Bilzerian.
Dan Bilzerian. Definitely, because he built like 30 pounds of muscle in like a year.
I'm just cold today.
I'm sorry, we're boring you. I'm sorry, my like,
Of course.
we just have not been including her at all.
I'm just cold. I'm cold.
Can she be in there? Can she talk?
Yeah, yeah.
Get over here.
No, it's fine.
You can ask.
I'm enjoying listening.
We need to ask
We
her.
need
I
a
just felt like I had
We need
to
to
be
ask her.
quiet.
Come here.
No,
Let's
we're not
switch seats really
doing
quick.
this.
Let's switch
Ask
seats really quick.
females'
No.
perspective.
Come here. I have a question. Come here, I have a question.
It's your question.
Can they hear
The
me?
camera?
No,
No,
they
she
can't,
has to
they
be.
Come here. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think would hurt you more? Should I ask her the same question and just get like that same female's response?
Why not? We need different perspectives. So yeah.
Do you think $1 billion would hurt you more than $1 million?
Bro, that's your own.
For the long run, yeah. I believe it.
For the long run, yeah. But you obviously would take $1 billion.
Yeah.
'Cause, like, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't take that? All right, never mind. I guess females are just that was just about think money, man. Money.
Thank you for watching the 22 Thoughts podcast. Thank you for my boy E. Hop back in there. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
My brother till death, bruh. Thank you for coming on.
Always, man.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Had to have my
Nice
boy
meeting you.
on.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
Yes,
That was fun.
you're gonna see this too.
Thank you guys for joining us.
For real though. Appreciate all the support that we
Appreciate all
got
the
so
support.
far. You fuck with us.
We fuck with you.
You're 22. Peace.
Have a good one.